Good morning. It is Wednesday morning. I'm sitting in the parking lot of the Monadnock Food Co-op. I just had my breakfast of broiled grapefruit and kale and sausage. I'm doing the paleo autoimmune protocol for 6 weeks to try to clear up some autoimmune and autoimmune-like stuff. It's kind of stressful. It's really stressful. Because it's a lot of cooking and a lot of time. I think I'll get used to it. It'll get easier, but this week has been stressful. I'm posting because I had a shame attack last night, which I haven't had in a while. I actually don't do a lot of things that push those buttons. But I signed up for this class, this cross training for runners class at Body and Soul Personalized Fitness. It meets Tuesdays at 6:30, and I've missed the first two. The first one I didn't get back into town in time for it, but yesterday I chose not to go, and I was texting with Sarah, the owner of Body and Soul, and all this fear and shame started like this pouring out of me, and I couldn't tell if I was just tired and stressed, and it was just taking the form of this fear, or if they're kind of legitimate, native to this experience. And really, I think the best thing to do with fear and self-loathing and shame is to talk about it, because it's not like uplifting, but they need tender attention. So the reasons I am afraid to show up for this class are that I am afraid I'll be the biggest person there, the largest person. It's runners, people who are generally quite fit and have a low percentage of body fat. I'm afraid I won't be able to keep up. I'm afraid that the planks will be too hard. Planks have been really hard in a new way the last couple of years. I'm afraid that I'll cry because I'll feel vulnerable and ashamed and won't know what else to do. I'm afraid the instructor won't get me, get Becky. I'm afraid that I can't really do what I want to do, which is be fit and active and running and athletic. So I bet those are familiar to a lot of you, those types of fears. So I'm going to be 40 in a couple of weeks, and I think the best gift of being almost 40 is that none of this stuff is new. So I know if I hang out with it and breathe and talk about it, it'll shift. But I gotta tell you, I'm really afraid, especially that last one. I'm really afraid. And I can feel it seizing up in my chest. Tuesday nights are just a difficult time to get out of the house anyway. Like legitimately, logistically challenging. But the fear does not make it any easier. Sitting in a car that is not too cold and not too hot, with the windows closed. It's an introvert's dream, I have to tell you. Because you can see everything, but it's really quiet. Nobody's going to pay you any attention. I remember when I was a student at the Breadloaf School of English. It's not the Writers' Workshop. It's the one that happens before the Writers' Workshop, and a lot of English teachers go to it. It was terrible. It was a terrible summer. If you've gone and you loved it, I'm sorry. It was a lot of weird, snobby people, and I had a terrible time. Not a good fit. But I remember, like, moments when I would get into my car, and this incredible relief would come over me. Like, oh, I am within the walls of my safety. I don't know what to do with the fear, and I don't know what to do with that dream of being really fit and athletic and capable. I don't know what I'll do next week on Tuesday. And I don't know why it's so hard to do the things that make me feel good. It's so irrational. But if you know, tell me. Or not. I'll see you around.